Hello all, this is Dr. Anand Nayyar. Subscribe to my YouTube channel Gyan with Anand Nayyar for latest tech videos on unboxings, server administration, embedded systems, cloud computing, simulations, big data, Linux administration, research methodology, ethical hacking, and many more. Hello researchers, how are you? I hope you are fine and doing well. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to install Sharklinux on Oracle VirtualBox. Now before we dive in the installation part of Sharklinux on Oracle VirtualBox, let us first of all get abreast with what is meant by Sharklinux and why we need Sharklinux. Sharklinux is a full-featured Linux operating system and desktop environment designed for use in the cloud. The distribution uses Ubuntu Xenial LTS as the base and features Mate as the desktop interface. Features include a wide selection of desktop software, the use of swap file space in absence of dedicated partitions, and the inclusion of many one-click installers for software such as Glucamole Server, WebWord Cloud, and Linux Brew. Now if we talk of releases, Sharklinux does not version its releases, but rather it's a continuous live release and is frequently updated with new features and improvements. A single standard base build offers a gateway to multiple versions of the operating system. Starting with a very standard system, you may then use the tools and installers to upgrade chosen software. The officially released installed media is updated after any major changes, updates to the apt repositories, and for each kernel release. Now if we talk of some details of Sharklinux operating system, you can open the website that is called sharklinuxos.org, and you can find that the first thing is written, do Linux differently, which means that it is having a great experience into Linux. Now if you talk of full system containers with LXTs, lightweight desktop environment, and why we need Sharklinux, you can find with a click of this button. So you can see that Shark as a service, which means that it ensures that all the file system and all the software is well up to date. Live release system, constant evolution, Shark or Chameleon, virtualization, Swiss Army knife, desktop software out of the box, and everything which is contributing. And if we talk of unique features and policies, you can find the headings under software, relaxed application of sudo, simplified commands, and you can even contact the developers. So if you want to download, let's go to home back. And now if you go to this download ISO, click over here, and now you can find where to download the current software list, and everything can be downloaded from here. So I've already downloaded, so let us go to our Oracle VirtualBox and let us start with the installation of Sharklinux. So let's click on new and let's go with Sharklinux. So here the type will be Linux, but I changed the version to Ubuntu 64-bit because it has already been risen out from Ubuntu, so Ubuntu version will be there. So click on next, and I go with the RAM, which is 2048, which is 2 GB, and I click on create a new virtual hard disk. Click on next, and now let us have the Sharklinux file location, and 10 GB of hard disk space is very much enough to deploy Sharklinux. And let's click on create. So now let's click on settings, and now let us go to advanced and let us enable bidirectional, and let us go to system. So let's off the floppy disk drive and let's keep the optical below hard disk drive. And now let us go to processor, and let me have 2 processor cores and enable PAE PVX as well as display storage. So let's go to empty and let's browse the operating system. So over here the Sharklinux is there, and I'm installing version 4.13.0-22, which is the latest version which I have got from the website. So if I click on properties, it is about 1.48 GB of Linux operating system. So I click on open and I just go to network and I change it to bridge adapter. So I click on OK and I just fire the operating system. So it's very simple, easy to deploy, and very simple to install. So let's click on view and click on full screen. So now you can see that it is opening up with the Sharklinux. So let's wait till it boots, because I think so that it is going to the live version of Sharklinux. And it is even more stable. So let's wait for it to come. Okay, so beautiful wallpaper has come with droplets. So now it will start the installation. So let us start. So just select the language, that is English. So click on continue. So almost you can see that interface is very much similar like other operating systems which I already installed on my YouTube channel. So I click on both the options, that is download updates while installing Sharklinux and install third-party software for graphics, Wi-Fi hardware, flash, MP3 and other media, and I click on continue. So the installation type will be like this. So I'm okay with it. So I click on install now and I click on continue. So it has taken 8 GB for ext4 and 2 GB for swap. So the location of mine, that is Phnom Penh, is being extracted. So click on continue. So I just select the US English. Okay, so I drag it like that. So I click on continue. So let me type my name and I just pick my password as my name itself. So I click on continue. And now you can see that it has started copying the files. So it is very simple to deploy, very fast, very dependable, and everything is there. So till it install, let us first of all get ourselves aware that what is more about Sharklinux. So you can see that it is equipped with Mate desktop as compared to LXDE or any other things, and Mate desktop you can see that it is already being covering to most of the Linux, and it is becoming the latest version and overcoming the possibilities of Genome Linux, and it is ensuring more stability in Linux. And it is pre-equipped with pre-installed desktop applications like pCloud, OpenOffice, like we have into Ubuntu, etc. And it is also supporting various foreign platforms like Fedora, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, Windows, anything you can imagine, and virtual environments of any size. So LibVirt, OpenStack, Vagrant, Juju, Docker, containers, everything is being covered. So full system containers with LXDs, launching KVM cloud image as it is as 123, so which very easy, and do Linux differently. So it all makes a sense that it is using Linux very much differently. So the installation can take again from 7 minutes to 11 minutes depending on the speed as well as the RAM which you allocate for this virtual machine. So till it installs, let us minimize the video. So you can see that it has almost finished completing the copying files. So let's come back to the video. So Sharklinux, I can say that it is providing much more facilities as compared to other distributions which are Ubuntu based, and it is more stable, it is more interactive, and all the packages which you install into main Ubuntu are already available in Sharklinux. So let's go for this. So let's wait for it to complete. So now you can see that it has started installing the system, and it will again take 5 to 6 minutes to install. So now you can see that it is almost on the verge of completion, and it is configuring the time zone, keyboard, user, so all the same steps as we have into Mine Linux. So it is configuring the hardware. It can take some time. And now it is configuring the bootloader, removing some extra packages, which means that we are done and we are ready to reboot after it completes. So some packages will be downloaded as an add-on packages, the third-party package applications which are required. So it is very important for you that when you install Linux, your machine should be properly connected to the internet, so that if anything being required from online or add-ons, it should be downloaded during installation, and Sharklinux or any other Linuxes, whichever you are working or deploying in your real-time environment, should function beautifully. So some library files are being configured. So almost we are done. At any time now we can be greeted with the installation successful. And yes, it is done and it is rebooting. So let's press enter because we don't have any installation media to be handled out. So machine is restarting. And yes, you can see that it has geared up with the opening box with the grub version 2.02. So let's press enter. Because it is again Ubuntu based, so almost all the commands which we run on Ubuntu, like apt-get update, will be similarly same which we are going to run right now on Sharklinux. So let's wait for the opening login page for Sharklinux. And yes, you can see that it has come. So let me type my password and it is there. So beautiful water droplets I can see on my screen. Okay, so let's see and fire it up, and you can see that it is preparing the Sharklinux environment. So it is updating some packages. So everything is automatically being set up by Sharklinux environment. So here is the start. So if I click on start, you can find lots of system tools, virtual machines, app grid, UGET, backups, made terminal. So here is a terminal. So if we go with accessories, internet, we have FileZilla, Google Chrome, nightly web browser. So fully packed, I can say, fully packed. So here are the displays, network. So everything is like a Ubuntu. So virtual environments we have tools. So I don't think so that it is not much fully packed. I can say it's very fully packed. So education, for that we have library, we have graphics, we have office and multimedia and system again. So I can say that it is not only loaded, but it is fully loaded. So let's go to made terminal and let's log in with the root. Okay, so let's clear. Okay, so who am I? You can see it's root. So let's update the packages, that is apt-get update. So let's shift over here. I think so it is preparing, still it is preparing. Okay, so we can just start the command like over here. So you can see that it has started up updating the packages. Yeah, this one is clear. Okay, so now let's install the VirtualBox guest machine. So you can see that welcome to Sharklinux, automatic maintenance, Shark extras, system time zone, everything is being loaded. So I can say till date I have not seen such a packed Linux like this. So apt-get install VirtualBox guest dkms. So let's press Y and press enter. So after reboot you can just go with a drag and drop etc., etc., like that. And even let's check the internet whether it is working or not after this command gets finished. So it is building up the module, which you can see that it is taking some time because it's a kernel level command, so it can take some time. So I can say that it's one of the best users of Linux, usage of Linux for Linux newbies or the persons who want to start Linux as a good fresher, or even good for experienced user also. I can see that it is more stable, very, very stable. So it is coming over there. Okay, so installation is completed and we are back. So let's go with the command ifconfig. So we have the IP address like this, and let's ping google.com. So it is pinging. So in this video I have demonstrated how to install Sharklinux. It's a great experience for me also to install this Linux and even to make in front of you. And do share, do like and comment on this video, and do share with you of your experience under the comments below. How do you like this Linux? And I will be welcoming your comments on this video. Thank you so much for watching.